Now, as a content creator on various social media platforms, I deal with a lot of data. These are some of my storage devices, hard drives and USB sticks or micro SD cards that I deal with. From time to time, I do find myself looking for images, thumbnails, documents that I would have deleted in the past. So recovering data for me is something that's really crucial. And for the past few weeks, I've been looking for the right software that can help me recover my data. And I think I might have just found the one. The software that I'm talking about today is Stellar Data Recovery that has been recovering people's data for over the past 25 years. This is 128 gigs. I'm not 100% certain what I have on this drive, but we'll put it into the screen here. The capacity here is 127 gigs, 0.83, and you can see the available storage that it's slightly less than that. So we do have some data on this drive, and if I click on it just to open, you can see some of the stuff that we have here. So I have some thumbnails that I worked on in the past, like iOS 7, this iOS thumbnail. We have this Ben by the way thumbnail that I have here. We have a watchOS, and we have some documents that I have worked on here. So this is all the data that's in this device, and if we were to select all this and then press Command and delete or remove to our trash here, you can see here that the data has been moved there, and then we'll empty our trash just like that. So this means that our data is basically gone. Now, the software that we are going to be using to recover this is the one that I talked about, which is Stellar Data Recovery. So if we go on our device here, you can see Stellar Data Recovery. We have the option to recover everything, or you have the option to custom select what you want to recover. So you can basically switch off this section if you want to recover just your documents or your videos or just emails as well. You can do that. If you want to just recover audio files, you can also do that. Or if you want to just recover pictures or anything you want to customize here, you have the option to do that. And when you select everything here, you can see that everything turns on here. So we'll select the option that says recover everything here, and then here you have some settings that you can change. You can look at some settings, you can check for updates or change the language as well. You can see the supported languages, and if you click on this section here, you can load a scan, and here you have other settings and the product key. But for the purposes of this video, we'll select this, and then when we go to where it says next, you see that our SanDisk that we just inserted here is called 6600, and you can see here we have it right there. Now, if this wasn't showing, you would have to select this section, I can't find my drive, and then click where it says next. But since this is showing here, we can click our SanDisk 6600 right there, and then click scan, and you can see this software does a 4-part scan. So it's scanning this to try and recover some of our data, and so you can see the time that it takes. I'm not speeding anything up here. You can see we are on phase 2 or 4, and I like that this software is really user friendly, and you can see it's already completed the scan, and scanning is completed, and it has found 192 files that have been found in 20 folders, and about 82.32 megabytes of data is recoverable. I'm really curious to see some of the data that it's found here. You can see here you have subsections as well, and the one that I'm interested in here is this 6600 here. Even though these are subfolders that are in here, you can see the trashes is there, it's also here. So this is just a subfolder section that shows the folders that it has found. So some of the documents that I deleted, you can see here you have the option to select all, or if you want, you can unselect everything and then just choose a set specific list of data that you want to recover. Like for example, I want to recover this watchOS thumbnail. I'll select this, and then macOS will select this iOS as well. We'll select this financial fitness, and then we have some documents too that have been recovered. Now it also found some of these other files that are there could be files that I've deleted way in the past, and you can see these are the ones that it's found recently. So if we click where it says recover, and then you can see says this free version will recover up to 1 gig of free data. So this is the same version that I'm using. It's the free one. So to recover more data, please upgrade and register. I'll show you how you can do that later on if that's something that you need to do. So we'll select later, and then we can browse the path that we want our data to be recovered to. So here I'll select my desktop, and I'll look for the folder that I created that's called test1, and I'll say open, and I'll click save. Now here you can see you have successfully recovered about 200 and something data. And the reason why this data looks so much, almost 300 megabytes, is because when it found this data, it was compressed. So when I recovered it, it uncompressed it, and that's why you see this size here. So we'll click OK, and then if we want, we can minimize this or close this. And if we go into our test1 folder, you can see this Stellar Data Recovery created this subfolder, and if we click on it, you can see our data that we recovered here is in good shape, and you can see our thumbnails that I worked on in Photoshop are in good order. You can see this Canadian passport application PDF is in good order as well. Everything that I recovered here is working, so it's pretty user friendly and easy to use. This is how Stellar Data Recovery works, and you can see here when you try to close the software and you have not found what you are looking for, they tell you about the ability to send your drive or your SD card, or even if it's a time machine backup, you can try their lab services by sending your data to them or the device that you're trying to recover the data from, and they guarantee that they will be able to recover 100% of your data. With this Stellar Data Recovery, you have the ability to recover up to 1 gig worth of free data, but then because this is the free version, you are limited to an individual file size of 25 megabytes per file. So if it exceeds that, then it will prompt you to try and upgrade. But for the time that I've been using this software, it's been working spotlessly. You can go to this website, stellarinfo.com. I'll leave a link to it in the description of this video, and you can see here it tells you about some of the storage devices that they can recover data on, like SSDs, HDD. It can recover from Fusion drives or time machine devices and more. And if you go here, you can see the file types that it can also be able to recover, like restore photos, iMovie, GarageBand files, which are pretty interesting. With the free version, you have up to 1 gig of data that you can recover. With the standard version and anything beyond, you have the ability to recover unlimited data. And you can see here some of the differences between these section here. You want to do like a yearly subscription, you can see the pricing here. But if you want to do a lifetime license subscription, you can see, for example, for the standard one, it's about 129. If you go to this professional one, you can see it's about 149. And you can also select the lifetime license, where it's a one-time purchase for you with this Stellar Data Recovery. So this is the software that I've been using for the past few weeks, and it's been working amazing for me on all of my drives that I have here. It can be an HDD, USB, or micro SD card, and for me, it's been working pretty good. So shout out to Stellar for sponsoring this video. I'll leave a link to their site in the description of this video, and it also works on Windows and Mac, which is the software that I demonstrated this video on. So let me know what you think about this software and video. And other than that, that's about it for me. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.